Hi, good evening everyone. Thank you for participating in today's webinar hosted and sponsored by the NPO Umami Information Center. My name is Ana San Gabriel and I'm going to be the moderator today. I would like to start the Umami and Sojin Ryori webinar with a brief introduction of today's agenda. After this short introduction, we will have a lecture from Kumiko Ninomiya of the Umami Information Center with a presentation entitled Umami and Sojin Ryori, Concept of Japanese-style plant-based food. Following Ninomiya's presentation, we will have Pris Kakuho Aoe, who will give us a cooking demonstration that will be followed by a final 5 to 10 minutes question and answer. For the question and answer, please don't hesitate to use the chat at the bottom of the screen if you have any questions. The first presenter today will be Dr. Kumiko Ninomiya. She is an executive fellow of the Umami Information Center. Throughout her career, she has lent her expertise on umami at lectures around the world and has published and reviewed articles in educational, scientific, and culinary journals. So please, Kumiko, can you start your presentation?
Good evening, everyone. It's my great pleasure to give a presentation in this webinar. Today, I am going to talk about umami and its use in Shojin Ryori. Umami is one of basic taste along with sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. Everyone can easily imagine the taste of sweet, sour, salty, and bitter. However, it is hard to describe umami. It is usually defined as a meaty or savory taste. The unique taste characteristics of umami are that umami lasts longer than other tastes, increases salivation, and spreads throughout the tongue. If you feel rich savory taste that lingers after you eat something like tomato sauce, long-cooked stews, barbecue ribs, or slapping chicken soup or biting a slice of pepperoni pizza, that's umami. Shojin Ryori was introduced to Japan from China by the monk Dogen, the founder of Zen Buddhism, which emphasizes seated meditation, the Zen. He introduced the principles for cooking and eating meals for monks, because both cooking and eating are vital activities to keep mind and body healthy. The history of Shojin Ryori is more than 800 years in Japan. Among several writings by Dogen, there is a textbook called Tenzo Kyokun, in which manners and spirit of the cooking meals in temples are explained. Tenzo is a person in charge of cooking at the temple. Various manners of cooking, when washing rice or vegetables, method of seasoning, feeling of the gratitude to any kind of food, etc., are precisely explained in the book. Contents are not mere cooking method. It contains actual preparation and mental attention point of cooking. There are three major points. Respect any kinds of ingredients, keep the kitchen clean and well organized, take good care of cooking utensils. It is said that cooking carefully, eating carefully, and keeping mind of gratitude are vital in Shojin Ryori. If you would like to have more information about Tenzo Kyokun, please visit the website tenzo.net. There are three types of mindset of cooking: mind of pleasure, parents, and magnitude. They are important points that should be kept in the heart of monk chefs. They always feel pleasure of cooking and thankful for being allowed to cook meals. They respect parents and other people, and also respect the food ingredients. They perform cooking with relaxed and big heart. One of the ways to express gratitude for food ingredient is to minimize waste. Even peels or root vegetables and core or hard outer leaves are used for the dishes. Every part of the vegetables are used because even vegetables have a life. Every meal should have 3 virtues and 6 tastes. 3 virtues are kyonan, joketsu, and nyoho. Kyonan is making ingredients easy to eat. Joketsu means clean and refreshing. Nyoho is to cook carefully and in the correct order. 6 tastes are sweet, sour, salty, bitter, spicy from chili and wasabi, and tanmi. It's a very faint taste. Tanmi refers to umami based on the current science. Tanmi or umami is key taste in Japanese soup stock dashi, but it's not a self-assertive taste. It's a very modest taste and is used to respect the original taste of vegetables. It is indispensable taste in shojin ryori. Killing animals for human consumption is prohibited in shojin cooking, thus no animal-based food is used. Vegetables like onion, garlic, leek, and shallot are not used to avoid strong flavor. It has long been said that the strong taste of these vegetables disturbs the calm minds of the monks and hinders their training. Despite the lack of meat, fish, or strong flavors, taste of shojin ryori is not bland, because meals are cooked based on 5 methods and 5 colors. 5 methods are eaten raw, boiling, grilling, steaming, and deep frying. 5 colors are red, yellow, green, black, and white. Black is from black sesame or toasted rubber. The monks cook meals in 5 methods, and every dish has different texture and aroma. The meals with 5 colors provide nutritional balance while also bringing the body into balance with the seasons. For example, in the summertime, cucumber and tomato provide refreshment to cool the body, when in the autumn and winter, root vegetables are often used to warm our body. Since no animal-based food is used in the cooking, soybeans are basic protein source. As you know, young green soybeans are called edamame. These green beans are turned to yellow in autumn. Dried yellow beans are essential materials for cooking a variety of protein-rich dishes. Please look at the left side graph. This shows protein content in various dried beans such as dried soybeans, kidney beans, chickpeas, and lentil. Protein content in dried soybeans is the highest among these beans. Right side graph shows protein content in boiled soybeans, beef, pork, and chicken. It can be seen that the protein content of boiled soybeans is almost the same as that of meat and poultry. Soybeans are not only eaten as they are, but also have various uses such as miso and soy sauce, tofu, soy milk, deep fried tofu or soybean flowers, natto, and okara is a tofu pulp. Yuba is a byproduct of soy milk production. It is a sheet of coagulated soy proteins that forms on the surface of a hot vat of soy milk. It has a concentrated soy milk flavor and chewy texture, akin to the surface of a fresh mozzarella ball. Deep fried tofu products contain oil, which adds depth to the flavor of the dishes. Today, Aoi-san will demonstrate dashi from soybeans to cook miso soup with tofu and abura age. All food ingredients, namely dashi, miso, tofu, and abura age, are made from soybeans. He will also introduce deep-fried thick tofu covered with a thick starchy sauce. Even if the ingredients are the same tofu, different flavors and textures can be produced depending on the cooking method. Miso Soy sauce, mirin, and rice vinegars are often used in Japanese cuisine. They are fermented products that make the basement of various dishes. Ground koji mold on steamed grains such as rice, wheat, or beans is called rice koji, wheat koji, or beans koji. For producing fundamental seasonings, rice koji is indispensable material. Rice koji is considered to be the beginning of the traditional Japanese food culture of fermentation, and its roots date back to the Nara era, 1200 to 1300 years ago. Koji has a very close and deep relationship with Japanese dishes, and koji rice is used as a raw material for miso, soy sauce, mirin, sake. Sake is also made from rice and rice koji. Rice vinegar is made from sake and acetobacter, which is a microorganism that converts alcohol into acetic acid. Major seasonings like miso, soy sauce, mirin, and vinegar in Japanese cooking are all made by fermentation of rice or soybeans and rice koji. There are 4 different types of soy sauce: usukuchi, koikuchi, saishikomi, and tamari. As it is shown here, the color of the soy sauce different each other. The darker, the richer taste and aroma. Glutamate content in saishikomi and tamari is higher than other 2 types of soy sauce. But salt concentration of usukuchi and koikuchi is higher than saishikomi and tamari. Usukuchi is widely used in western part of Japan. It is useful for simmered dishes, soups, and other dishes, especially in Kyoto. Since usukuchi has a pale color, it's possible to keep original color of food ingredients. Koikuchi is the most common type of soy sauce in Japan. Almost 80% of all soy sauces on the market. It's also common in home cooking. Saishikomi has a long fermentation and maturation period. It's actually brewed in another finished koikuchi soy sauce. To produce saishikomi, twice the ingredients and twice brewing time of koikuchi are needed, making koikuchi required 6 to 12 months, and saishikomi needs another 1 or 2 years for fermentation. It has good flavor and aromatic balance, and it goes very well with sashimi, and it can also be used for deep fried foods, meat dishes, and so on. Tamari soy sauce is made with less water, resulting in a flavor packed with umami taste. Its fermentation period is about 12 months, resulting in a darker appearance and unique aromatic properties. It is good for dipping sauce and also as a teriyaki sauce with excellent lustrous properties. There are 3 major umami substances: glutamate, inosinate, and guanylate. Glutamate is found in wide variety of food ingredients, including vegetables, seaweed, meat, fish, fermented ingredients like cheese, cured ham, soy sauce, and miso. Inosinate in animal-based foods. Guanylate is in dried mushrooms. It is well known that combination of glutamate and inosinate, glutamate and guanylate makes strong umami taste because of the synergism. No animal-based foods nor vegetables with strong flavor like onion is used in shojin ryori. Food ingredients that can be used in shojin cooking are limited. Only combination of glutamate and guanylate is available to have a strong umami taste by synergistic effect. Thus, dried mushrooms are often used to enhance umami taste. Let's see the process of cooking Western-style soup stock. It takes 5 or 6 hours to cook good quality of soup stock. At the beginning of cooking, taste of the soup is watery and unsatisfactory. but the taste becomes deeper, milder, and round out after several hours heating. The change of taste is due to increase of substances extracted from vegetables and meat. They are free amino acids, peptides, sugars, organic acid, and so on. In case of kombu dashi, there are only a few amino acids in it, and concentration of these amino acids is rather low compared to the Western-style soup stock. When chefs from foreign countries first taste kombu dashi, they say it's tasteless or watery. But this is typical soup stock of Japanese dashi. But kombu dashi is used together with fermented seasonings like soy sauce, miso, and mirin. The dashi becomes richer taste. The same is true for soybean and vegetable stocks. To have deep and rich depths of flavor, fermented seasonings are indispensable ingredients in Japanese cuisine, especially in Shojin cuisine. As it is shown here, glutamate is found in vegetables and fermented seasonings, and recent studies showed that small amount of guanylate is found in dried food ingredients like dried vegetables, dried kombu, and soybeans. Umami intensity of guanylate is about 2 times stronger than that of inosinate. Inosinate is not used in meals for the monks, but guanylate from dried ingredients often used to enhance umami. As it is shown here, dried kombu, shiitake mushrooms, white radish, soybeans contains both glutamate and guanylate. This means that combination of glutamate and guanylate are often used in Shojin cooking to enhance umami. Concentration of glutamate and guanylate in dashi made from these dried ingredients are low and its taste is rather soft. But glutamate is also found in fermented seasonings like miso, soy sauce, and mirin. Variety of umami sauces are used in Shojin cooking. Scientific studies showed when salt concentration is low to medium, 0.3 to 0.7%, saltiness makes good harmony with umami taste. This means that when umami taste is used in the dishes, it's possible to reduce salt. This is one of the good ways to have a healthy and tasty solution. Low salt with umami taste brings out the original flavor of vegetables themselves. To maximize umami, please use glutamate in fresh and guanylate from dried ingredients. Even concentration of the glutamate and guanylate is low, it's possible to have sufficient umami taste by synergism. This is based on the mindsets, gratitude, and respect for the vegetables. Well, it's time to have cooking demonstration by Kakuho Aoe. He is a master monk of Ryokusenji Temple in Asakusa, Tokyo. He received an MBA in 2002 at Craig School of Business in California State University. He works in food and spiritual education as a culinary monk. He published many books and articles in the magazines like The Kitchen of the Buddhist Monk, 99 Zen Recipes to Nourish the Body and Soul, and so on. When Dalai Lama, who is a spiritual leader and the Pope of Tibet, visited Japan in 2018, he organized the event Dialogue with Dalai Lama and 100 young religionists. And he served lunch for 300 people. Last month, he prepared Shojin bento boxes to Japanese athletes. Now, I will pass the baton to Mr. Aoe.
Good evening. I'm Kaku, and I'm going to make a Shojin ryori from now on. Okay, cooking is usually have an ingredient here, and here we have another bat. This is very important for the Shojin ryori. I already put some ingredient, but is it an ingredient? Okay, this is leftovers. For example, this is skin, carrot skin. And then this is the bottom part of asparagus. And this is a stem of broccolis. And the peas on here, but the peas usually pick up this part of the peas. Those things are usually just go to the garbage bin. But as Ninomiya-san said, Shojin Ryori is all the food. The Shojin Ryori, we respect all the food, all the ingredients. Food is living thing. Meat is living. Fish is living. Even vegetable is living things. So we have to have respect for everything. So don't just throw away, put one time on here. So that means this is not garbage so far. And then because this is still ingredient, we can use it. And after the cooking, it's still leftover. Now it's time to go to the garbage. Okay. Anyway, we start cooking now. And the first one is like Ninomiya-san said, this is very important for the beans, soybeans in Japanese cooking. So this time I introduce you the daisuke dashi. It means the soybeans broth or soup stock. Usually the soup stock is made by kelp or bonito or vegetables, meat, fish, anything. But in temple, like she said before, we don't use meat, we don't use the fish, and also the onion, garlic, such as smell stuff we can't eat. So we use the broth from the beans. Okay, the start cooking. The first one is the roast the beans. Put the pan or pot on the beans and roast. And that's it. But roasting beans, soybeans is very difficult. So we need 6 senses. Like hear, smell, see, of course taste, the feeling, and mentals. Especially we need is the hearing. Can you see that? Can you hear that? The sound. When we put the soybeans on the pan, the sound is like very high and kala 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 like this. And actually, we continue this like 20 to 25 minutes. And the sound is going to change. Starting like this kind of high sound, kala kala kala, and maybe 5 minutes later, the sound is going to lower sound like kolo 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 kolo. And 20 more minutes, the sound is going to back to very light sound like kala 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 kala. Now, it is a little bit lower. Can you hear? Continue doing, the sound is going to lower and lower and lower. But today we have not enough time, so it's gonna be skipped, sorry. And but can you hear? Okay. the sound is making change. It's lower. And after 20 minutes, the sound going to, after 5 minutes, the sound make lower, and after 20 minutes, come back to higher like this. Okay, 20 minutes we have passed. Okay, and then after 20 minutes, the roast. After 20 minutes roast, now we put that in the hot water here and put the beans. And put like 6 hours. So the soybeans dashi is finished. The finished one is here. So, can you see that? The color is a little bit darker, like the bean color. Okay, you want to try it?
Yes, please. Let me try.
Okay.
So this is the first time I take dashi from
Anna-san, どうぞ。
soybeans. Thank you very much.
This is soybean, just soybeans dashi.
Yes. Wow, it's very different from the dashi from
Yeah.
kelp. It is very sweet, but also has a very settled umami. Thank you very much. It's
You're
a very
welcome.
interesting experience.
You're
Thank you.
welcome. You like it?
Yes, yes, of course.
Okay. Okay, so this is how to make the soybeans broth, soybeans dashi. Now I will tell you how to make the food itself. Okay. The ingredients here, the soybean dashi and miso. Okay, miso is made by beans, soybeans. And this is the tofu. Tofu is made by soybeans. And deep fried tofu, tofu skin, we call it aburage. And this is also made by soybeans. So everything is made by beans. Now, put the soybeans dashi in here. Turn on the heat. Okay. Now, cut the tofu, the small diced. Tofu is very soft, so you can cut on the hand. But on the hand, if you do it on the hand, do not do like this, just from up to down. It is safe, but don't pull on push. Ooh, it's very dangerous, okay? And also cut the deep fried tofu skin. Usually, on Japanese cuisine, deep fried when we use a deep fried tofu skin, put soak in the hot water because this is the deep fried one having a lot of oil. So the soak in the hot waters and reducing the oil. But in the temple, we don't use meat, fish, so we don't have a lot of oil. So we just use everything. See, the color is changing now. It was a very clear, dark colors, dashi, but now the color is changing to like white. People say, wow, is it a bad one? But it is okay. It's because tofu, okay. When we put the heat in the tofu, the color is changing like tofu. So, no, soybeans, put the heat in soybeans, the color is going to the white. So this is okay. Now we're going to season it. Put the miso in here. You put in the miso, turn off the heat. Because if it is boiling, miso's smell is gone, will be gone. A little bit more. Okay. When we taste, put one and return it and another one. It may because the fourth one is sometimes just wash it. There's still the little bit water in here, so just put it one and return it. So this is nothing in water now. And taste it. Okay. And then put tofu. Deep fried tofu skin. And turn on the heat again. And until starting boiling. Do not just boiling, just starting boiling in the finish point. What should I do in this moment? Okay, so this is all beans. The broth, the dashi is made by beans. The tofu is made by beans. Deep fried tofu is also made by beans. So everything is from beans. And this is finished. はい。Maybe someone ask, okay, how can I use the leftover beans on here? And well, you can use, for example, salad. You can use for any cooking. But my favorite one is this. Put on the starch and the fry it and soy sauce and sugar. That's it. Very, very tasty. I call it 大豆の甘辛. Amakara means sweet and salty. The soy sauce salty and sugar sweet. This is very good. The next one is we are using turnip. Okay. Now, this time, we don't make any leftovers. Try it. So cut the turnip in here, and cut it here again. So usually use this one, and sometimes just throw away those one, but just put it here and here. So this means it's not the garbage so far, not yet. And the cut a half and the grind the turnip with the skin. We can eat skin. And this part is also edible. So put in here like this, and we can grind the same time. はい。なんと we already have a lot of ground turnip. And this time, we are going to steam turnip. So the first thing is the grind the turnip and put on the strainer. And see, the lots of water come from the turnip. Okay, cute. We use both the turnip thing and water. The first thing isよいしょ. The Umami Information Center, the Ninomiya-san said a lot of we Japanese culture, we have a lot of the dashi, like kelp or bonito or a lot of the dashi. But today, this time, we are making turnip dashi. The turnip and water is divided and put on the turnip in the bowl, and now we have a lot of this water, and just put it here. And the at first, you make the turnip dashi. This is very easy, but very tasty. The ingredient is only the water of turnip, and just boil it. when the turnip water is boiling, the white one is come over. So just only this is we just take away. How can I say this one, this part? I don't know in English. We say aku in Japanese. Okay, done. And just put a little bit salt, and こっちじゃない and soy sauce. That's it. Almost only the turnip water. Anna-san, 味見しますか? Anna-san, you want to try it?
Yes, of course. So scum is the surface, so aku is just to clean up the soup so it gets clear. You take out the scum,
Okay.
but I love to try. Thank you.
Okay.
So this is the turnip
This is turnip
soup,
soup, only turnip.
only turnip.
And put a little bit the salt and soy sauce.
Okay.
はい。
Okay, thank you.
Has it?
That's a more complex taste. Yeah, even though the turnip has a strong vegetable flavor, I think that the soy sauce gives a very good umami. Just right. Very nice.
You like it?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. And we are going to use this one for sauce. And move to here, the turnip itself, and we're going to put another ingredient. Okay, this is taro potato, a little bit, grind it. We are not peeling the skin. If you want, if you do not like skin, sometimes burn the skin a little bit. So the smells like very nice smell, getting very nice, and if the bad thing around here is gone. And put a little bit of taro potato and starch. Put the starch. Taro potato. It is sticky. Ooh, okay. Starch. Why put the starch in taro potato is the turnip itself doesn't have the stick together. So taro potato and starch makes it stick together. And a little bit salt. And mix it. Okay. And put on the bowl. This is we call kaburamushi. In Shojin ryori, everything is eating very simple. So I just put only kabura. The kabura means a turnip. But in Japanese cuisine, not a Shojin ryori, Japanese, the great cuisine, usually put a little bit the piece of fish or piece of meat on here and put the turnip on here. But in Shojin ryori we don't use any fish or meat, and even vegetables we just eat very, very simple. So I just put the turnip on here. Now it's steamer on here. The steamer on here. I put it here and take 20 minutes. Okay. Hi. And also, we still have this part. And this part, we have a lot of the soil or small puddle in here. So just to using the toothpick and put it here and clean it and put the salt a little bit. バットをください。それでいいです。はい。Put the salt a little bit. こっちじゃない方がいい。And steam it. We still have this part, the leaf. And this is also just boil it and season it. Now you can use all the part of turnip, so nothing remain. In the temple, we respect every food, so using everything from A to Z, everything. Okay. It's already seasoned. Hi. It's already seasoned, and this is the starch and water. And put it here. Make a little bit sticky. Okay, so now the sauce is ready. After 20 minutes, when the turnip is steamed over, put everything together and make it. Okay, during the steaming, we are making another one. Another one is deep fried tofu and vegetable sauce. Usually, tofu, we buy a tofu, is put in the water. So now we a little bit drain it, put the paper over the tofu and the strainer on here. Now the tofu's water is come by like here. And then cut the tofu. And after cut the tofu, just put the oil and deep fry it. So do not put any starch, flour, no starch, just fry it. And the sauce is using those kind of leftovers. Usually, this is just go to the garbage. This is the bottom part of asparagus, the stem of asparagus. お前は誰だ? Who are you? Broccolis. And the skin of carrot and the peas and this part of the peas. Usually just a leftover or just go to the garbage, but still life. So I'm going to use everything. Before that, let's start frying tofu. (160 to 70 in Celsius? Not yet. Okay. We need time, so start cutting this, making a sauce. The carrot skin, everything, just cut like this. And the asparagus also. This is okay. And this is broccoli, the stem. Okay, put everything together. The green peas and one more asparagus. But today I put those kind of ingredients in here, but anything. For example, if you're using the mushrooms and the stems of mushroom is remaining, you can use mushrooms. And if you still have something like the skin, stem, everything, leftovers, you can use everything. Hi. Okay. Now put the tofu in here. See, nothing remain now. So it was a lot of leftover. So now we don't have any leftovers. はい。And we are going to make a sauce. In the pan or pot, put the oil and the ingredient I already cut in here and put it here. And stir fried. And this is kelp kombu dashi, the kelp dashi. And this is mirin. Soy sauce. はい。And boil it. This is the starch and water. When it's boiled, put a little bit and make the sticky sauce. もうちょっとかな。はい。Now, tofu is ready.はい、こんな感じかな。This is deep fried tofu. So put on the dish. And I put the sauce here. This is the deep fried tofu with leftover vegetables. 大丈夫です。はい。Now turnip is done. The turnip is already steamed. the top part of turnip and put it here, and this is the leaf of turnip. Put it here. The turnip sauce. Hi. The steamed turnip. I put turnip from the top to bottom, everything. So today it's from the mainly use the beans, soybeans, and soybeans is not only Japanese for the Japanese food. Like I made this kind of things. This is the sandwich, and it open it. Okay, this is what we have is leaves, balsamic vinegars with mushrooms and taro potato. And here, can you see the white part in here? 見えますかね、ここ。This is the mayonnaise, but mayonnaise is not the Shojin Ryori mayonnaise is not from egg, but from the tofu. So drain the tofu like this, and drain the tofu with apple vinegar, mustard, and olive oil. Mix it, and then make Shojin mayonnaise. And put the mayonnaise in here, and put a lot of vegetables, and make a sandwich. This is very good. So, Shojin Ryori is not just Japanese food, but also it's a chance for the international food. Thank you very much. Hi.
Thank you, Kakuho. I think that today you gave us a very interesting example, not only how, Shojin Ryori, 800-year-old tradition cuisine. I was impressed by the respect in which you use the ingredients, and also what is now very popular, to use all the ingredients, so to be sustainable and also healthy, so to use all these vegetables. I was wondering, today the theme was the soybeans. Is there any other beans that could be used like soybeans?
Of course, we have a lot of beans. Soybeans, hyokomame, chickpeas,
maybe lentils, I don't know.
Yes, kidney beans, a lot of beans. And but the Japanese culture, we have a long time using soybeans.
I see. So you can use other beans, and today you give us the example of this sandwich. Do you see other possibilities of having flavorful umami Western dishes with the Shojin Ryori concept?
Oh yes, we have a lot of chance, because for example, in Japanese cuisine we don't use a lot of dried fruit, for example, but the Western culture you for example dried mango or dried fig. That is very good. Put that together, make.
I see.
We are going to another trip.
I see.
Yeah.
So it's a different level where you can combine local ingredients
Yes.
with the concept of Shojin Ryori.
Yes. Actually, I have the Italian friend. He's an Italian chef, and we were talking and cooking each other. And he asked, "Okay, what is typical Japanese Shojin Ryori?" Okay, I said, "Okay, put kelp, kombu dashi, kelp, and put a mushroom dashi, and make a okayu ってなんて言いましたっけ?
It's like a rice porridge.
Rice
Yeah.
porridge? Okay. And this is a very typical one. And he said, okay, so what it did? And he made it, put a portini, dried dried tomato, mix it, make a pasta. And this is 100% Italian. Because Italian chef make a Italian food, pasta, and with Italian ingredient, Italian, technique, but still it is shoujin ryori.
I see. It's very interesting. So every food culture can be based on their own ingredients, local ingredients. I see. So I think we can close the webinar today. But it was a very good learning session for all of us, because we could see how an 800-year-old tradition that has been based on the Japanese cuisine, that not only it's very modern, because the concept right now we are understanding and trying to realize that we have to eat in different ways, more like sustainable and good for our health. And it can be Japanese, but it also can be used in Western cuisine. Yeah. So thank you very much. It was really interesting today. And I hope Happy New Year to all the audience, and the best for 2023.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.